All right, so once you have your list of the podcasts that you want to reach out to, now you got to figure out who the host is and their contact information. Now, sometimes you can just navigate right to the podcast website, and it might have a contact us or like a some kind of contact form, or maybe even the email address listed for potential guests to reach out to. So that's perfect. You can just grab the email address there and then move on and send out a message. If not, then you can navigate and use some of these tools that I mentioned. Things like Seamless.ai, Apollo, Lucia. There's a bunch of these lead scraping tools. So if you head over to the company's website, the podcast website, you can use them. They usually have a browser extension you can click on, and it'll scrape the screen or the website you're on and look for people's email addresses. Now, this is not foolproof. It doesn't work for every single website. So start here, see if you can find the person's email address and see if it's live. If not, you can, of course, look through a little deeper on LinkedIn or other social platforms. So if I were to go on LinkedIn, I happen to have this Seamless.ai browser extension. You can see it pops up this overlay right here, and I can actually search, click on this. It'll skew their database and find that person's email address. And so that's another way that you can go about actually pulling this off. Once you get the thing to load, it'll actually pull up that person's email, and then you can simply come up here, copy, and send them out a message. So that's another way to do it. The other thing you can do is you can do deeper searches. If you're using something like Sales Navigator, you could do a free trial of this as well. So for example, if you're still searching for types of podcasts or you want to drill down a little bit, you can search what's called Boolean characters. So you can actually put things into quotations and it'll search those exact terms. So if I wanted to put podcast host in, for example, and then I wanted to drill down by like function, which would be like departments of a company or basically like industries, I can then look up different lists. You can say it pulled back about 2,500 results. So if you're trying to find someone, you can actually pull this up this way as well. It's, again, nothing's foolproof, but it's just another tool in your tool belt. And then you could actually do the same thing, hit the find button and look up their particular email address. So thing is, you're just trying to find a spot, particularly on a social platform if you can, where you can search their name and then use one of these other tools to actually do the scraping for you to find their email address.